What if I told you a 100 megabyte game could make your hand shake? Well, a 30 gigabyte game can make you forget to eat. I tested them all, lined them up, smallest to biggest, to answer one question. Does size actually make survival better? 100 megabytes, 500 megabytes, 1 gigabyte, all the way up to 30 freaking gigabytes. Offline, online, low end, high end. Every device, every budget. No excuses. And I promise you, some of these will genuinely break your brain. Let's go. Start with 100 megabyte survival games. First, Ocean is Home Survival Island. You wake up on a calm island. Trees, water, even deer around you. Feels peaceful, right? Yeah, not for long. Because from day one, you're crafting, hunting, building, trying to survive with literally nothing. And somehow, this tiny game actually pulls you in. Next, Near Escape. Looks simple, almost Lego style. But don't trust that look. The city is gone. Zombies everywhere. You're searching cars, looting houses, and every second feels like you're about to get jumped. Light game, but the pressure, real. Now, Huntercraft. Another island, but way more chaotic. You spawn in, and boom, zombies rushing you. But this time, you're ready. Shotguns, assault rifles, you're not just surviving anymore, you're fighting back. And for just 47 megabytes, that's kinda crazy. And finally, Withstand Z. Old school PlayStation vibes. You're alone in a silent forest. Nothing moves. For a second, it feels safe. Then suddenly, you start seeing them. Zombies, slowly surrounding you. Now it's just you, an axe, a pistol, and no way out. Simple game, but the vibe hits different. And yeah, all of this under 100 megabytes. But don't relax just yet, because this is just the beginning. The next games get bigger, better, and some of them you're definitely not ready for. Now stepping it up, under 200 megabytes. First, Marooned. The only 2D game here, but don't underestimate it. You're a caveman stuck on a prehistoric island. No tools, no help, just survival. Collecting resources, making fire, hunting animals. It's simple, but weirdly addictive. Next, Survival Island Craft and Build. You crash and wake up alone. No people, no rescue. Just wild animals and an empty island. Now it's on you. Build shelter, gather resources, and figure out how to stay alive. Now, Psycho World. This one's more colorful and cartoon style. You're exploring, collecting items, and capturing some weird monsters. You can craft tools and keep progressing. At night, it gets more intense, so you have to stay alert. Moving on, X Survive. This one switches things up completely. You're not even on Earth anymore. It's a sci-fi survival game on another planet. Futuristic vibe, advanced tools, and a completely different survival feel. Next, Uncharted Island Survival. Shipwrecked, stranded, and this island, not safe at all. You're crafting weapons, hunting for food, and dealing with both wild animals and zombies. Yeah, it gets messy. Now, Raft Survival. No land, no shelter, just a tiny raft in the middle of the ocean. You're building everything from scratch, catching fish, collecting scraps, and trying not to get eaten by sharks. This one feels intense. And finally, Wintercraft. Now survival gets colder. You're stuck in a snowy world. Freezing temperatures, limited resources. Hunting rabbits with bows and guns, just to stay alive. One mistake, and it's over. And yeah, all of this under 200 megabytes. But now, this is where things level up. We're stepping into the 500 megabyte survival zone. First, Fate Z, Zombie Survival. You wake up on an unknown island. Just a bow and a knife. No backup, no help. You're mining resources, crafting better gear, and taking down zombies as you grow stronger. Simple start, but it builds up fast. Next, Zombie Forest 3 Underground. This one feels different. You're inside a bunker, trying to survive day to day. Eating, sleeping, managing resources. But zombies, they can still find a way in, so you're never really safe. Now, Grim Zone. Full zombie apocalypse. Limited supplies, constant pressure. You're fetching water, cooking food, and fighting just to survive another day. This one feels more grounded. Next, Dismantle. You step out after years of isolation into a world completely taken over by nature. Everything is destroyed, overgrown, abandoned. You're exploring, breaking objects, gathering materials, and trying to escape this ruined island. The progression here feels really satisfying. Now, Horror Forest 3. You're dropped into a dark forest with a much more serious survival vibe, searching for resources, managing your health, and dealing with threats hidden in the environment. It's slower, but more tense. And finally, Raft Survival Desert Nomad. No ocean this time, you're surviving on an air raft in the middle of a desert. Surrounded by enemies, limited supplies, you have to build, defend, and stay alive. Same raft idea, completely different challenge. And yeah, all of this under 500 megabytes. From here, things start feeling even more advanced. Now stepping it up even more, under 1 gigabyte. First, Tomorrow MMO Nuclear. You're thrown into a post-nuclear wasteland set in the 2060s. Zombies, monsters, danger everywhere. You're crafting gear, adapting to the environment, and surviving in a massive online world. This one feels big. Next, Tegra. First-person survival. With a strong story behind it, you're in a world under attack by zombie forces, and everything around you feels alive. Crafting, building, upgrading, and actually progressing through a proper storyline. This one feels more immersive. Now, Minecraft. Yeah, you already know this one. But from here, you start seeing a completely different level of survival. It's not just about staying alive, it's about creating your own world. Mining, building, exploring. Infinite possibilities with as simple as blocks. Next, Last Day on Earth. A full zombie apocalypse survival experience. You start with nothing, just trying to stay alive. But slowly, you build, upgrade, and become stronger in this harsh world. It's survival, but with real progression. And yeah, all of this under 1 gigabyte. And from here, you can really feel the scale starting to grow. Now stepping into bigger worlds, under 2 gigabytes. First, Radiation Island. You wake up in a strange alternate reality with no idea how you got there. A massive open world filled with mysteries. You're exploring, solving puzzles, and trying to find your way back home. This one feels like a real adventure. Next, Subnautica. Completely different setting. You're surviving on an alien ocean planet, diving deep into unknown waters. Crafting equipment, building submarines, and exploring reefs, caves, and dark depths. This one is all about exploration. Now, Oxide Survival Island. If you've played Rust, this will feel familiar. You're on a harsh island, surviving with other players, building bases, collecting resources, and sometimes fighting just to stay alive. Multiplayer makes this one intense. And finally, Lightus, a more open-world RPG-style survival game. You're exploring a huge world, finding ruins, uncovering lost memories, and progressing alongside other players. More calm, but still engaging. And yeah, all of this under 2 gigabytes. If you're still watching this, drop a like, it really helps. And now, things start to get seriously intense. Now stepping into even bigger survival games under 5 gigabytes. First, Last Island of Survival. A full online survival experience on a dangerous island. You're dealing with hunger, wild animals, but honestly, other players are the real threat. Building, fighting, surviving. This one gets competitive. Next, Alien Isolation. Completely different level. A story-driven survival horror where you're constantly being hunted. You're solving mysteries, hiding, surviving. And trust me, one mistake and it's over. This one feels intense. Now, Titanite. A mysterious open world filled with robotic enemies. AI taking over, strange creatures everywhere, and you're just trying to survive and understand what's going on. Still early gameplay, but the concept feels interesting. And finally, Ark Unlimited Edition. This is on another level. You're on a massive island, filled with dinosaurs and dangerous creatures. building bases, crafting gear, and surviving in a world that constantly tests you. Huge game, huge experience. And yeah, all of this under 5 gigabytes. And now, we're stepping into the heaviest survival experiences. Now stepping into the heavy survival under 10 gigabytes. First, Darkest Days. Set in a city destroyed by a deadly virus. Zombies everywhere, chasing you across the map. You're running, escaping hordes, just trying to stay alive till the last second. This one feels chaotic. Next, Rust Mobile. You start with nothing, just a rock and a torch. No safety, no rules, only survival. You're building, exploring, but other players, they're the real danger. They can help you or wipe you out completely. And yeah, this is where survival becomes completely unforgiving. Now we're at the highest level, under 30 gigabytes. First, Alien Revival, a sci-fi open-world MMO set in a post-apocalyptic future after an alien invasion. Massive world, advanced weapons, power armor combat, and really high-end graphics. This one feels next-gen. Next, Light of Motiram, an upcoming open-world survival game with a mix of fantasy and technology. You're exploring a huge world, controlling mech-animal creatures, and uncovering secrets of a broken civilization. Looks very unique. Now, Anemo, another upcoming title, but with a completely different vibe. A fantasy open world filled with Pokemon-like creatures. You're capturing them, building a team, and exploring a beautifully designed world. This one feels fresh. Next, Crisis X, a massive open-world survival experience focused on realism. You're scavenging, crafting, building bases, and adapting to changing weather and threats. The scale here is huge. And finally, Once Human, a dark, intense survival world filled with dangerous creatures and constant threats. You're exploring, fighting, and pushing your skills to survive in every area. This one feels hardcore. And yeah, this is survival at its absolute peak. Now tell me, which game was your favorite? And also, what device are you playing on right now? Drop it in the comments. That's it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos too. I'll see you in the next one.